Welcome back to my YouTube channel after this take number 10 because I can't talk and I keep stuttering and doing all this other crazy stuff, but I'm bringing another video. I'm in a awkward place. I'm staying with my wife's parents at the moment, and we're getting prepared for this move to Texas. So it's going to be an interesting time, and I got a vlog series coming out as well, just show my journey and what's to come. So a medium fade. We're gonna drop it a little bit in the back below the occipital bone. So I hope you guys enjoy. And I keep saying I'm trying to get away from saying this is getting a little ridiculous, but enjoy the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do another haircut tutorial. Mid ball fade. We're gonna drop it below the occipital bone in the back, and then we're gonna do hard part, and he's gonna do like a comb over, but it's still gonna be curly on top. Kind of weird to explain. It was a picture that he showed me on his phone. But first we're gonna go in and we're gonna comb the hair out, make sure it's all even and in the shape that we want to put it in. Go ahead and we're gonna create the part naturally, and then we're going to section that off, put some clips in, and just to make sure it's out of the way and we can kind of create our shape. We're going to take our clipper over comb with the wall cordless senior. We're going to go ahead and we're going to create our shape. I'm using a YS part comb, so usually it's roughly around the width of a number 2 guard. I'll then take my gold FXs and start to create that bald line. I must have messed up in the editing or something that I missed that it went backwards, but but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start that bald out process. And we're not gonna do C cups on this haircut. So took the C cup out, we're gonna drop it a little bit in the back below that occipital bone. Then we'll take our gold full FX full shaver. We're gonna go, just below that bald line that we put in with our trimmer, making sure we get it nice and clean. I'll then go on my Andis Cordless Masters. We're gonna go up about ½ an inch and create that first guideline. And you'll notice in some of my previous videos that my process changes a lot. Everybody's hair is different, everybody's head shape is different, so I tend to switch it up a lot of the times. And I like switching between clippers. But we'll go ahead and we'll take our number 1 guard, create our second guideline, go up another about ½ an inch, ½ to 3/4 of an inch, blade open. Gotta add that in there. I'll take my number 2 guard all the way open, and now I'll kind of freehand that shape as we come up to that ridge area where I want to leave it dark. Making sure that I flick out and not trying to take that line up too high. You'll notice I use the corner of the blade a lot as well, just to make sure that I'm not leaving another line of demarcation. So from here, I like to go in just below that number 2 guard open and drop down and close that guard up and go to a 2 closed and just fade underneath it. Then I'll take that number 1 guard, as in the fade down process, open, and then I'll close it up slowly, as I begin to fade down. I feel like the fading down process is more like a advanced technique. I mean, if you're just beginning, it might be easier for you to fade up. But when you're trying to control a fade, fading down is the easiest way that I've found that works. And depending on the haircut you're doing and the hair texture and the head shape that you're working on, Some processes may work better than others. So there I got the 1/16 guard on there, and you'll notice that I'm going with the corner of the blade. I'm not trying to push that fade up any higher than what it already is. And we'll go ahead and start knocking them guidelines out as we fade down. So now we're down to our no guard. I like to go halfway open, and then I'll go to close, and then I'll just play with that lever. You know, I'll open, close that lever just to kind of, you know, add that detail as I fade. Just kind of knocking out any dark spots that I may see. As you see, that fade's already starting to come together, and I haven't even put any detail work into this. A lot of times, I mean, I'm going to try to show you as much detail work as possible, but I am trying to keep my videos limited. But, you know, let me know in the comments what you think. If you think I should show more detail work on what I do, or am I okay with you guys seeing what I'm already showing you? As you see here, I am going in and detailing a little bit, but I spent a lot of time detailing my haircuts more than what you'll see in the video. The haircut really starts to come together whenever you add that detail work in. There you'll see me go jump back into, you know, the guard system where I'll go to that one guard, I'll go to that 1/16 guard, and I'll just play. I mean, knowing where your placement is and where you put your guidelines is super important when it comes to fading down in this process like this. And let me know in the like I said, man, if you got any, you know, critiques or anything like that, just let me know in the comment section, and I'm always looking to get better, and I take constructive criticism very well. So here you'll see we'll go back in with that clipper over comb, create the shape on this side. Same process. We'll go back with that gold trimmer, create that bald line. Like I said, no C cups. Make sure we got that clean line. My guy, he's shaving himself, so I did not cut him, as you can see. I haven't even touched his beard yet, so he tends to do his beard before I cut him anyway, so we just kind of clean it up. It's anything crazy or extravagant that I do there. But as you see, I mean, I'm going to use the same process on this side. You know, the guidelines, put the guidelines in just to create my shape, and you'll see the fade come together super quick. I mean, I usually do about a haircut in about 30 to 45 minutes. Haircut and beard usually takes me about an hour, but it's mainly because I'm doing a lot of detail work with the beard. So don't feel like you need to be, you know, rush it or anything like that, but just know, like, just have your prices set to a point where you're going to be able to make money in that time frame as well. I used to be a barber that was quantity over quality, and I've kind of transitioned to, you know, quality over quantity. So just all in what you want as a barber, and that's key. As you see, I start to begin fading down in this process, and you can see the fade already coming together. And I'm just running through this so you guys can see me run through the fade process on this side. You didn't have to hear me talk about the same process, and, you know, that I'm going to use on one side versus the other. And you'll see me on this side do the same thing, detail, and also, you never know what someone's head shape is going to bring you. Like, you don't know if they're going to have dips or anything like that, so you want to make sure that you really, you know, detail the haircuts and where they leave dark spots. And you'll see me work on that spot right above the ear a good bit, to where it tends to be darker than the rest. So I go in in great detail and try to, you know, blend that line out so it doesn't look as drastic or as standoutish. You're a bricklayer, no grit, the quick to call and quits player. Hating on this sideline cause I'm lit player. Staying on the sideline, you're a bench player. And it's I pursue to reach the top and soon use your eyes and watch me make it hide and shoot. I'm on my grind, my watch say it's your time to lose. I got a lot, who squats can't even stop this dude. So you dudes are doomed, tell them ain't room for dude. Pray for them, pray on them, turn on you dudes to fool. Proving how cool I move. Got squish on my true colors like in the Rubik's Cube. Y'all act like it's cool to lose. My instinct to kill on you guys that make news I do. Now I'm just detailing with that blade with no guard. Opening, closing, And you can see, like, I'm real, like, kind of all over the place when I cut in some ways. But I do a lot of corner cutting to get what I want and what I want the fade to look like. You see, now we're gonna blend the back from the two sides. Depending on what I'm doing, just for YouTube purposes and when I'm recording these videos, I show you one side at a time. But usually if I'm gonna use a fade down process, I'll actually do the guidelines the whole way around the head. So this way I know that they're consistent the whole way through. You can still do this by doing two separate sides. And like you said, I said, you know, I was gonna go back in and detail that area because his head dips in right there. But you can do one side at a time. I just find it easier, and when I'm fading, that I can do it. It just works out better for me when I go the whole way around the head. Here I'm putting that line in. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of square this off. Not trying to dig too deep into it, just clean it up just a little bit. And then we're gonna bring some of those dark areas, we're gonna blend them out with our thinning shears. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side as well, as best as possible. His hair is super curly, so like it's kind of hard to give him the look that he's looking for and also have it blended super well. But that's kind of the look I like, and that's kind of the looks that my clients really go for too. And as you see, I was recording with my GoPro, but I was gonna do multi-views, but it really wasn't working out too well, and I didn't really like the quality. So you see, we're gonna go ahead and give it that square shape on the side. And just trim up that top, and just making sure that we comb it in place to see what it looks like, and we test. You know, it's kind of like testing it. We're gonna do some more detail work, bringing that ridge area together. Gonna add that product in. And there you go, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. Feedback is always welcome. But super clean look. I mean, it's kind of like a comb over, but it's got a really curly top. So I don't know. I like the look. I wet it down just to kind of curl it up a little bit after I add the product. Yeah, I'm really digging this. I always impress myself when I'm cutting hair and I see the differences in what I do. But yeah, there's a little spin around, nice blurry fade, square shape. So, guys, I appreciate it, and thanks for watching. I'm out.